Hey everybody, this is our last Ed Puzzle for Module 4. You've made it to the end of Module 4, and now we're going to throw everything that we've learned back in together. So you're going to be multiplying, dividing, adding, and subtracting multi-digit decimals. You're going to be dividing decimal by decimal. You'll be dividing whole numbers, multi-digit whole numbers by other multi-digit whole numbers. So we've got a lot going on. Let's see what we can remember. All right. So the area for a rectangle is 69 and 75/100 square inches. The rectangle has a length of 9 3/10 inches. What is the width of the rectangle? So first of all, you're going to have to think through, what is the formula? I'm going to help you out with this. The formula for finding area, because we haven't done that in a while. So let's talk that through. So if you guys can remember, area equals length times the width. So all you're going to need to do is plug in the numbers that you know and find the one that you don't. We're actually going to be doing that later in the year. This is a little bit of algebra, but it's stuff that you've done in 5th grade as well. So all you need to do is use that formula, plug in the numbers that you know, and see if you can answer it. Go ahead and give that a try. Give your answer from the choose your answer that you want from the multiple choice that you see, and we'll check it here in a second. All right. Hopefully you didn't wreck yourself. Let's check yourself. So my area I know is 69.75 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and write that in for where my A is. And then that equals, my length is 9.3. 9.3 times some width that I don't know. So we'll say times W. Okay. Now all I have to do is figure out how to find that W thing. Well, I know that something times 9.3 is going to give me 69.75. And if I use what I know about multiplication and division, they are opposites. So if something times 9.3 equals 69.75, 69.75 divided by 9.3 will give me that W. So that's how I'm going to set this up. So I'll take my 69 and 75/100, put that here. And remember, because I'm dividing by a decimal, I cannot do that, so I need to move my decimal spot one spot over. There we go. So now it's going to be right after my 7. All right, so now I've got 93 into 697 and 5/10. So that should be way easier. 93 into 697, I'm going to guess, because 93 is almost 100, I'm going to guess I can go 7 times here. Might be wrong, but I'm going to guess it's 7. So 7 times 3 is 21. Carry my 2 over. 7 times 9 is 63, plus 2 more would give me 65. Let's see if I get a number that's at least less than 93 here. It's going to be 6, and that's going to be 4. Yep, I'm good. It's less than 93. And I got 465 left over here. So I'm just going to keep on going. Drop that 5 down, and we'll see what we got. So 93 into 465. I'm going to guess that can only go 4 times, because I think the 5th time would be way too much. So let's try 4 and see if this gives us less than 93. 4 times 3 is 12. Carry our 1 up. 4 times 9 is 36. Plus 1 more gives me 37. Ooh, this is going to be close. Ooh. 5 minus 2 is 3. 16 oh my gosh, look at that. I can go one more time. So it's going to be a 5. And 5 would give me exactly enough, because I've got 93 here, and I know that another 93 can go in. So it's going to be 7.5 is your answer. 7.5 inches is our correct answer for number 1. Hopefully you did all right there. And you can move on. All right. If you had a problem with that one, just double check. Remember, you're going to have to remember all those things that we learned about long division. It all still applies with decimals. You just need that whole number out front. All right, moving on. Hey, Mr. Lambert, move your big head. We got to move on to question number 2 here. All right, so we got a 2-parter here. Part that says 3 friends are going camping. They buy a pound of raisins costing $2.93 and a half pound of nuts costing $3.75. What operation can you use to find the total cost of raisins and nuts? So we've got this amount. Oh, hold on. I need to find my lovely. There we go. We got to turn this guy on. Nope. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we got our marker going. All right, we got 293, we got 375, and we want to know the total cost of the nuts. What operation for total? Well, give me what you think. Should it be multiplication, division, addition, or subtraction? Give me what you think, and we'll check it out. All right. Hopefully it chose the right one. Ladies and gents, total is almost always addition. So we're going to be using addition to figure this out. We're just going to add up the two amounts. So what's the total cost of the nuts and the raisins? Total cost, again, you were going to be using addition in those two numbers. Give me your answer. Let's see what you got. All right, let's check it. So I've got 293 and I got 375. Let's add those bad boys up. 5 plus 3 is 8. 9 plus 7 is 16. Carry my 1 up. And 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 3 is 6. And then my decimal point, because I'm doing addition, goes straight down in my answer. $6.68 is your answer. That one was easy breezy, y'all. Doesn't get much easier than that. Although if you had any problems with it, don't feel bad about yourself. Just check that out with Mr. Stricker or I before you move on into your independent practice for today. All right, moving on into our last problem here. All right, again, we've got a two-parter here. So we're going to use the same information for parts A and B. So part A says the price of a gallon of gasoline is shown, which is 2 389 thousandths of a dollar. How much does it cost to fill an empty 12.5 gallon gas tank? So first thing I need is an expression that you could use to show the cost. Remember, expression does not get an equal sign, so I just need two numbers and an operator. Go ahead and give me what you got, and we'll check it out here in a second. Okay, so if I am finding how much it costs to fill up that 12.5 gallon gas tank, I've got 12.5 gallons. I know I've got that much, but this is the price per gallon, right? The price of a gallon of gas. That's per gallon. That means we're going to be doing multiplication, y'all. So we're going to take our 12.5, we're going to multiply it by 2.389. That's what we got to do. So there is your lovely. I'm going to do it this way because I like less digits. It doesn't really matter which one you put on top, which one you put on the bottom. I just like less digits to add as I go down. All right, so here we go. There's our equation. Now let's worry about finding the answer to actually how much it's going to cost us here. So we've got multiplication. And multiply these two numbers. Remember, multiplication with decimals, we don't worry about the decimal point until we're done. So we're going to treat these like whole numbers. So 9 times 5 is 45. Carry my 4 up. 5 times 8 is 40, plus 4 is 44. Carry my 4 over. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 4 gives me 19. Carry my 1 over. And 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1 more makes 11. So there we go. Now, we've got a 2 here, but remember, we're not dealing with any decimal points. We're going to treat that like a 20, which means I got to drop a 0 there. So now I can multiply by 2. 2 times 9 is 18. Carry the 1. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 1 is 17. Carry a 1 over again. 2 times 3 is 6, plus the 1 we carried is 7. And 2 times 2 is 4. There we go. And again, this, and if we're not dealing with the decimal point, this is 125. So to treat our 100 like a 1, I have to add 2 zeros in. And then we're just, anything multiplied by 1 is itself, so we can just copy the numbers from our problem down. 9, 8, 3, and 2. And we'll add this all up, see what we get. So I get a 5, I get a 12. That's 18, 25, 26. Carry my 2. So 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 7 is 10, plus 8 is 18. Carry my 1. 2, 4 is 6, plus 3 is 9, and a 2 at the front. So, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 digits in my question behind a decimal point. So I'm going to add 4 to my answer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me, it looks like $29 and around 86 cents is going to be your answer because you drop those last couple digits off when you are buying a gallon of gas. There you go. Question number 2 and number 4. There's number 3 and 4. There you go. We're good. So our expression was there, and then there's our cost down here. Again, the cost was $29.86 for the total for filling our gas tank. We'll go ahead and type that in, and we can be done with the day. So $29.86. There we go. All right, guys and gals, hopefully that was easy breezy for you. Just a little multiplication, a little division. Just remember what you need to do with your decimals. If it's addition or subtraction, line your numbers up and just add or subtract like normal. Make sure that decimal point goes straight down into your answer. If it's multiplication, forget the decimal points while you're working with it. Just add the correct number of digits behind the decimal point for your answer. And then with division, stays the same. It's a regular long division. Just if you have a decimal as your divisor, the number outside the vernaculum, you just need to make it a whole number. So you'll move the decimal point, and you'll just move the decimal point the same amount on the number inside the vernaculum, your dividend. And then you just divide like normal. It's pretty much just like our normal operations. They're just some extra rules as we deal with the decimals. All right, guys and gals, hopefully that wasn't too hard for you. If you've got questions, make sure to ask somebody. And if you don't, head on into that independent practice. You've got your on your own section for today, the last one for Module 4, and then get that homework done. Make sure you get at least a 75% on it, and then head on into that test once you are ready, guys and gals. Good luck, and we'll see you in Module 5.